Hello and welcome to Cancer Update 173. This is going to be one of those that actually is a cancer update rather than a My Bonus Life update, because I forgot to tell you something at the last update, which is that my next 3 monthly set of cancer scans has come due. So since we last spoke, I have had the scans and I've got the results. So I'll be giving you a fair bit of information today. Most of it is medical, and then we'll talk about some of the back scratcher stuff. So when we ended episode 172, I had a lot of knee pain and I was going off for an MRI. I've now had that MRI and these are the results. So I'll just pop them up on the screen for you. The conclusion is a complex, non-displaced tear of the medial meniscus and mild chondromalacia at the palatofemoral and medial tibiofemoral articulation is likely secondary to mild osteoarthritis and semi-membranous tendinitis. So basically I do have a tear of my medial meniscus. I've just come back from seeing my GP just now, and my GP has explained to me that medial meniscus tears don't heal themselves. Once you've got them, you've got them. So your choices are either to inject cortisol into your knee to hopefully relieve the pain and basically make your symptoms not be there, the pain symptoms not be there, or to have, I think it's called a meniscectomy, which means they'll surgically remove the meniscus, or I think there's some other things where they can try and repair it. So if you've had any of those things done, I'd love to hear from you. One of you has already contacted me and said the cortisol worked really well for you. I'm hoping that it'll work well for me too, and I can just carry on with my life, and that'll be that. I don't really want to go back and have yet another operation, but if I have to, I have to. So that's the situation with my knee. So so I should have said I received a referral from my doctor to go and get the interventional radiology to do the cortisol injection. I've got the referral and I've got one of the radiology companies on a call back to tell me when they can see me. Okay, so that's MRI knee stuff. Now let's talk about my results from my cancer scans. So if you remember, I do blood and CT. So let's start with the blood. So here it is up on the screen now. So you've got the first operation and the tests after the first operation at the top, and the second operation and the results after the second operation down the bottom. And if you look at that May 22 figure 2025, which was basically 2 weeks ago when the blood was taken, my CEA is currently 1, and anything under 2.5 is normal. And my CA19-9 is 9, and anything under 37 is normal. And you'll notice that my CA19-9 since my second operation has gone 17, 12, 10, 9. So it looks like my body is filtering out those last bits of crap that are left over in my blood from the cancer. So those are really, really encouraging figures. So now we'll go, so that's all good. So that was great news. Then one of the other things they tested in my blood was my liver function. And here's where things started to drift off. So you can see there, my ALT is high, is 48, when the normal range is anything under 40 for ALT. I forget what the acronym stands for, but it basically has to do with the health of your liver. And having a high number like that means something a bit funky is going on with your liver. And I didn't have to wait long to find out, because a few days after getting this pathology result back, I got my CT result back. So let's remember, my blood result was cancer stats look good, liver stats look bad. Now let's have a look what the CT of my body was. Conclusion: no CT evidence of local recurrences or metastasis. In other words, NED, we cannot see any cancer. A previously shown small liver lesions are not visualized today, and that may be due to the worsening hepatic steatosis. I looked that up and it means fatty liver. So that thing that the pathology had picked up, which is my liver is looking a bit funky, they can actually visually see it on the CT scan. I've got a slightly fatty liver. I did have a slightly fatty liver just before I got diagnosed with cancer, and I went on Ozempic, and not only did my weight come down, but I went from having a fatty liver to a standard non-fatty liver. So my doctor has just now prescribed me Ozempic, so I'm going to go back onto Ozempic. They also weighed me, and I weigh currently 97 kilograms. So I'll put up on the screen what that is in pounds. Basically, I've gone from being underweight to normal weight to overweight, and now I'm almost, for my height, in the range of obese. Lately, it's been because I haven't been able to move because of my trouble with my knee. It certainly does show that even with only half your intestines, you still can absorb enough nutrients out of your food to not only survive, but to actually get fat. So that was interesting to note. And even then, even with me weighing 97 kilos right now, you have to remember, I've only got half my large intestine. I've only got 80% of my small intestine. I don't have a greater omentum. I don't have a lesser omentum or spleen or gallbladder. So if I had all those things, I would be weighing over 100 kilos right now. And I can do the stats on that. That's 220 pounds because there's 2.2 pounds to the kilo. And that would make me obese. So I have managed to go from underweight to obese in the space of about 8 months. So that is a concern, and that is something I need to address. So yeah, Ozempic it is. So there you go. Now let's talk about back scratches, because there's nothing but good news here, and it's really warms my heart. So here are the overall back scratcher statuses. There are 6 that are currently in transit in the mail somewhere, and there are 14 that have been delivered. So let's go to the individual statuses. So that's how it looks right now. So I know Deb Smalls arrived recently. What have we got? Now, Rita B, number 15, hers arrived, but if you remember, she donated hers to Barbara S, because Barbara S's, as you can see here on the status, has gone on an adventure. So the donated one has arrived to replace that one. I've decided with Back Scratcher 14 that I need to make up a good story so that I can cope with it mentally. So I've decided that it fell out of its packaging in the post office, and someone that works part-time for the post office but also part-time for Cirque du Soleil picked it up, took it home, and is now working on a Cirque du Soleil act of doing all of this funky stuff with a lathe back scratcher. And sometime in the future, that back scratcher is going to re-emerge as part of a wild carnival act, and we're all going to love it. So that's what Back Scratcher 14 is doing. There you go. You can also see on the list, Roberta L's has arrived, and Rob Z's has arrived as well. Now I've got photos of most of those that I'm about to show you. Haven't got one from Deb. I don't know whether Deb doesn't want to be on camera or not, but if she doesn't, that's fine. But basically, I've done pretty much what I have to do now. I've got them all in the post, and they're all going, including to, it was number 11, Martha. So Martha, who won the award for the extra back scratcher, and Martha, who sent me not 1 but 2 cards while I was in hospital last time. So she certainly deserves that. So that's good. Now, looking back on the agenda, Noel's Ride to Conquer Cancer. Noel, my brother, is about to have another Ride to Conquer Cancer. He did one last year, you might recall. It's 200 kilometres, which is 120 miles. And he will be raising funds for that, or he has actually already started. And in doing so, he's going to be making, and I've helped him a little bit, but he's done most of it. He's making a lot of things out of wood. So he's making coasters with laser etched native animals from Australia on them. And there's some spatulas and spoons. There's some candlestick holders or little tea light holders made out of wood, made out of jarrah. They look quite nice actually. That he's going to be offering up for people that make donations to his cause. we'll cover this on another day, but just know that there is some stuff going on there in that area. And to close, we're going to look at these happy back scratcher photos and videos. Please do click like if you haven't already, and please do subscribe if you want to keep track of my journey. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, make good choices, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.